We plucked 5 questions out from emails that listeners have sent in, and as soon as Mike gets them on the line, gives us a signal, we'll bring them on, and we're going to ask him 5 questions. So,
what do you think before we get him? Out of 5, how many think he's going to do?
You know, it's tough to say. Again, it's I'm a little bit biased because I know how
you want him
smart
to go 5 for 5.
Well, he's not going to go 5 for 5. He's so smart, but I mean, you can't know everything, right? And I think he'll get 2 out of 5.
Mike, what do you think?
I'll go 4.
4,
Really?
wow.
I'm gonna give him a lot of credit right here.
Wow, all right.
I'll split the difference. I'll go 3.
Okay, all right. Joe, are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. What's up, brother?
Excellent. Not much. You really just this could all be a setup, and then I'm just in cahoots with you to get 2 out of 5 right, and we'll split whatever money you just sent on.
Perfect. We want to welcome my brother, actor, and very successful commercial actor, theater actor, living in L.A., Joe Smith.
A true Renaissance man.
True
I would
Renaissance
say, right?
man, yes. And, of course, you could see more of Joe's work at joesmith.com. So, Joe, what we've done, just in case you've been listening, or not listening, I should say, we've had some emailers contact us and ask us or gave us some very basic sports questions. I know you better than anyone, and I think you're only going to get 2 of these right. And Adam thinks 3, and our producer Mike thinks 4.
And Joe, I just want to make sure before we start this, you're not in front of a computer.
I am not. I'm actually driving right now, so not only am I not in front of the computer, this could be the last phone call I make. So
How LA of you?
Yes, and I like, by the way, that the person who has most confidence in my ability to answer these questions is a person who's never met me.
Well,
Blind optimism.
there you go. That should tell you something right there. The fact that the person who never met you has faith in you. All right. So here we go. Question number 1 to Joe Smith, who knows nothing about sports. Can you name any 2 pitchers on the Boston Red Sox?
If you want to know, okay. Oh God.
So it doesn't. I mean, they don't have to be starters. It could be bullpen guys, closers, any 2 pitchers, which there are at least a dozen of in the Boston Red Sox organization.
So let me ask you: is there a Japanese guy?
Yes, there is.
Is that a half right answer, I think?
No, because he's fully Japanese. So he needs to give us at least one of his names.
Oh God. Okay. It has a Y in it. Yakamoto.
If you're thinking Yamaha, that's actually a separate company, and no, you're not close.
How about any Red Sox pitchers in the history of the Boston Red Sox? Let's change it a little bit, make it easier, hopefully.
Oh God, Clemens was a catcher. I mean,
No, you're correct. We're going to give you credit. Roger Clemens was a pitcher for the Red Sox, and a very good one at that. So that's 1. You've named 1 pitcher, but the question is, can you name any 2 pitchers from the Boston Red Sox?
Boy.
I think we're going to have to cut you off.
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry.
All right, no, that's okay.
No.
It's okay. You got 1.
Why don't you tell him a couple? Pedro Martinez, does that ring a bell?
Oh, yeah.
He's like, oh, yeah, of course. How could I?
Cy Young?
I didn't even know that's the award. I know that much, the Cy Young Award, right?
Yes, he was a Red Sox pitcher. Babe Ruth was a pitcher for the Red Sox.
I did not know he was a pitcher.
Yes, he got converted to a different position on the Yankees, but he started as a Red Sox pitcher. Also, the pitchers from the current team, John Lester, Clay Buchholz, Kurt Schilling.
I think Matsuzaka was the guy he was
Yeah,
thinking
you're
of.
thinking of Daisuke
Matsuzaka, or Hideki Okajima, you may have been thinking of.
I've heard of Hideki something or other, yeah.
Yeah, something or other. All right, so Joe is 0 for 1.
0 for 1.
Adam will read question number 2.
Okay, question number 2 for Joe Smith. True Renaissance man, actor extraordinaire. Name 1 player on the current Stanley Cup champion Boston Bruins. 1 player on the Stanley Cup champion Boston Bruins.
Who just won the Stanley Cup a couple weeks ago.
There's that dude with the beard.
The whole team has beards during the playoffs.
For sure, there's that excuse. Who's that? Okay, there's that guy that got hit in the head real hard.
All right.
Yeah,
If you don't know, just let us know.
I don't know. I do not know. I actually watched part of the game, but I don't think I can name you a single player.
The
Wow,
game. There's
okay.
there's only one Stanley Cup final game. You watch part of the game.
right. Okay.
Well, yeah. Okay.
Joe is 0 for 2. There. Oh, I mean, we're not going to read down the whole list.
Tim
but,
Thomas would be an obvious one.
Tim Thomas won the MVP of the Stanley Cup, but also the captain, Zdeno Chara. There's a ton of notable players, but okay. No worries. You're 0 for 2. There's still
so
a
Mike
chance.
is out.
Mike is
Mike
out.
is
I
out.
guessed
Done.
4.
You are out.
Clearly doesn't know my brother
All
very
right, Joe.
well.
Joe, you got to hook me up here. The next 3 you got to nail.
Doing about best.
And I can actually tell you right now, this third question is probably the hardest of the 5, and I know you won't get this, so I apologize in advance. In the game of baseball, what is a suicide squeeze?
Say that one more time. What did they?
In the game of baseball, what is a suicide squeeze?
That's when you get a couple of really fat players, and they're running at each other, and the shortstop gets in the middle.
See, I knew we'd get originality from him. No, suicide squeeze, for our listeners, just to confirm, is when there is a man on third and a player at bat bunts the ball, and simultaneously with the batter on the runner on third running home to essentially try to steal home plate, and they call it suicide because you're essentially running right into a group of players on the other team and probably running into the catcher as well. So that is a suicide squeeze. Man on third and the batter bunting and the batter on third trying to take home. So
You're the only one left now. 2 out of 5.
That's right.
I think it's important to let our listeners know, like, this is not made up. Like, these are real questions, and Joe is really trying to answer these.
yes, I think.
Sadly, that is the case.
What's that?
Sadly, that is in fact the case. Yes.
Yes. So, yeah, and again, Joe has a great sense of humor. He knows we're not trying to make him look silly. It's just sports. So, okay, last 2 questions, and again, my guess was 2. I think you have a chance at getting both of these correct. Really, really basic. In the National Football League, how many yards do you need for a first down?
You know what? My phone just cut out a second. Can you repeat that real quick?
Okay, in the NFL and football, how many yards do you need for a first down?
First of all, thank you for clarifying that the NFL was football. I could have gotten that one. 10 yards for a first down.
Yes, that is correct.
Yes.
That is correct.
right.
Very good. Joe Smith
Wait,
is.
so we have the Jeopardy music, but we don't have a ding, ding, ding when the guy gets a question right?
So Joe is now 1 for 4, well on track to get the 2 for 5 that I predicted. Being his brother, I would know best. And the last question: other than the Celtics and the Lakers, because you're from Massachusetts and live in LA, and we all know you have seen a few Laker games. So other than the Celtics and the Lakers, name any 3 players in the entire NBA.
Oh man, see, I'm going to be able to name you players, but I don't know for sure that they're not a Celtic or a Laker. All right, so let me think of this. Now, do they have to not be currently on one of those 2 teams, or could they have been in the past?
Yes, if they've been in the past, very
He found
smart
a loophole.
question. He did find a loophole.
He said he was a genius.
Yes. All right, go ahead. Any 3 players that at the current time do not play for the Celtics or the Lakers.
Right. Okay. Let's see. I'm just going to have to start naming some players because I'm not really sure who's on what. Oh boy. All the ones that keep coming to mind are Lakers or Celtics.
Thus the question: anybody other than Celtics or Lakers?
Right. How about Odom?
Lamar Odom is on the Lakers.
Okay, so that's not a right answer then.
Well, there was a big center that went from the Lakers to another team. Very popular guy, actor.
An actor? Did you say an actor?
Well,
Well-
currently he's not.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Recently retired large man.
Shaq.
Yes, Shaquille O'Neal. He's on
Shaquille
neither
O'Neal.
team because he just retired, but he did play for both teams. But you still need 2 more players in the NBA.
Okay, tell me this. I don't know if he's still even playing or who he plays for, but I'm pretty sure it's not the Celtics or the Lakers. Joe Smith.
Yes, that is correct.
Joe Smith.
Joe Smith. Currently, I think of the Timberwolves. I'm not even sure. he's Mr. Irrelevant in the NBA. But you are correct. He still plays, and that is 2 players. And I know you know that because obviously when people Google Joe Smith, they find you or him.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
very good.
And how about that really tall Japanese guy? Is he still playing? I know
He's retired.
He retired yesterday, and he's not Japanese. He's Chinese. You're thinking of Yao Ming.
Yao Ming. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
But dude, you're one away, man.
Is Spud Webb still playing?
Oh, dude, we were all wrong.